Hey, we were Strong Roofing out here doing a repairability test for Robert Gardner on 109 Wedgewood. We're going to perform repairability at this time. Chris is going to break the seal strip on the surrounding shingles to be able to get them out. As you can see, he's doing a side-to-side motion to break the seal strip. We have to do this on multiple shingles because of the nail patterns on the 3 tabs. Also, as you can see, this shingle is very close to a hip. So with hips, with code, we have 1 foot to 2 foot off for overlap for synthetic felt. Chris is identifying where the nails are without trying to pull the shingles up too high. He'll find the beginning of the shingle and the end of the shingle. They're in 3 tabs, so he has to identify that. And now he's using the pry bar to get the shingles out. One thing we'll look for once the shingle is removed is the transfer of matting from the old shingles, because we have to have a good sealing strip when we put the new shingle back in to prevent the shingles from not adhering. Yep. Actually, you can see the transfer of matting right there, pulling it off. And on the underside of the shingle, you can definitely see it. As you can see, all the matting transfer pulling off of the pre-existing, which now means it's on the back of the tar strip on the top one, which will cause issues with it adhering to the new shingle for the repairability. And now he's going to install the new shingle. He'll line it up, proper spacing, proper shingle alignment. And then of course we will put brand new nails back in it. Lift them only enough to hit the nail. You can see when he's hitting, you can see some of the granule loss kind of bouncing around as he's having to do this. All right, Chris, show them how the shingles are not sticking. There is literally no tar really on them at all besides the new shingle backing, but because it's in the same spot as the other one, they are not adhering.